many, 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 many things out there which can kill even grown adults, let alone young children. So parents, guardians, whoever's looking after the children, naturally they're looking to protect them and stop them from hurting themselves or getting hurt or worse. So we have to kind of teach the babies and the young children, the toddlers, we've got to teach them about the dangers of life. Now, unfortunately, sometimes, because parents can get overprotective, and it's an entirely natural thing, here's this miracle of life that you've just created. You are going to want to do anything to protect and nurture that miracle. You're going to want to do absolutely anything to keep that miracle, and let's face it, life is a miracle. You're going to do anything to keep that miracle safe. Which does sometimes mean that some of what you do there can be panic and even terror in it. And even though our young children may barely speak, they're going to pick up on all the hidden language, the body language, the tonality, the fear. They pick up on that and they kind of learn that stuff. So as we're growing up from being young, we learn that things are dangerous. We learn to be scared of things. A great one. Here's 4 words which I am pretty confident every single person who ever listens to this has heard. And these words were given to them with great love, great concern, from a place of concern, and from the best of intentions. And those words are, don't talk to strangers. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you know it. Don't talk to strangers. And it comes with the best of intentions. Unfortunately, in many cases, there's so much fear behind that. Why are we telling our child not to speak to strangers? Because they could be kidnapped or worse, right? And we want to save them from that. And that would be, for any parent, that must be the ultimate nightmare, that a stranger abducts their child. So there's a lot of fear going on when we say those words, don't talk to strangers. So it doesn't just come across as, you know what, just for your safety, don't talk to strangers. That's okay. It comes across more as, don't you dare talk to strangers, because if you talk to a stranger, then they might murder and kill you to death, and then you will be dead, and mummy and daddy will be very, very, very upset, and it will all be your fault because you spoke to a stranger. Oh my goodness, is it any wonder that some of us are so terrified of the thought of talking to strangers? Because we've had this ingrained in us from a very young age that not only should we just not talk to strangers, it's dangerous, it will destroy the world if we talk to a stranger. So, yeah, of course, some people are going to become shy, right? And that's not the only way that teaches us to perhaps lack confidence or teach us to be shy or any of those things. All sorts of different lessons we learn through life. That's just a common example that we can all relate to. But there are so many things we learn as we grow up. That's how phobias are formed as well. That phobias can be formed by an intense emotional event. That can develop phobias. Similarly, intense emotional events can help cause us to become anxious or to lack confidence or to become shy. It may be that we did something and we got laughed at by a lot of people. We did something in front of people, we got laughed at by them. It was such an embarrassing experience. Of course, you're not going to be able to perform in front of people, right? So there's all of these things can affect us as when we're young. Some people, they get that. Other people, they don't get all of that sort of thing because perhaps their parents or guardians don't have quite such a fear, or that they have better ways of instilling the information across, so they don't have that confidence beaten out of them, for want of a better word. So that's why some people are shy, and some people seem to be just very supremely confident. Get 2 kids, they want to climb up trees. They may be 8, 9, 10 years old. 2 kids, they want to climb up a tree. One of them, the parent says to them, "Yep, go on then, you can do it." Yeah, go on, just reach round to the right a bit round. That's it, yeah, grab hold of that branch, make sure you've got a strong foot, and yeah, up you go. Go on, you can do it. Oops, you slipped. Never mind, you'll get it next time. Go on, get straight back up that tree. All the encouragement to climb the tree. How are they going to be about climbing trees in general? Bring it on. Another child, same age, climbing that same tree, the parent will be going, oh God, no, don't go too high. Oh, mind yourself. Oh, mind you don't slip on that bit. Oh no, are you going to be overstretched? Oh no, you better come down there. You could fall and break your leg or break your neck or something. Come on, no, come on, Dan, that's it. How's that child going to be at climbing trees? They're going to be like, shoot, no way, no thanks. If I so much as touch that tree, my head will fall off. So you can, different people learn different ways of behaving, and so it is with confidence and performing and interacting with people, all of these sorts of things. I should just make a quick reference to introvert and extrovert at this point, because a lot of people think introvert, oh, that means you're shy. Extrovert, that means you're outgoing. No, they don't. They don't. I've known some very shy extroverts and some very outgoing introverts, for example. Introvert and extrovert is just about how you recharge energetically and what you find energetically draining. If there's interest in it, we can explore that in a lot more detail in another show, perhaps, because there's a lot more we can explore around that, and it opens up insights into huge areas of things which impact our lives. But just suffice it to say, being introvert or being extrovert isn't the same as being shy or confident. They can have an effect, but we'll talk about that another time if that's of interest. Maybe let me know if that's of interest. Perhaps drop me a comment on the show page, or go to the Confidence Alchemist Facebook page. Facebook.com/The Confidence Alchemist. Pop me a note there or a message there, or contact me through the Confidence Alchemist website, theconfidencealchemist.com. Contact me through there. Let me know if that's something that you'd like us to cover in another show. Anyway, bringing it back to here. So that's why some people are shy, and that's why some people are outgoing. So if a person is lacking confidence and is shy, can they actually become confident and overcome that shyness, or is that it? That's just what they're destined to be in life. Well, the great news is, yes, you can become confident. You can conquer your shyness. As I said, none of us are born shy. We're all born with a lot of confidence. We've learned to become shy. We've learned to sort of hide that confidence away, which means we can also learn to become confident. We can learn to conquer that shyness, provided we know how. And that's what I've been doing for the past 7 or so years, helping people to do that sort of thing. How can I say that you can become confident? Because if you're really lacking confidence, it can seem a huge leap to becoming confident, right? That's why I've spent a bit of time talking about the fact that we're not born lacking confidence. We get taught to lack confidence. The reason for stressing that is to show that it is something that has been learned, which means we can learn different ways of behaving. Now, I'm not saying that it's necessarily something you can just wake up one morning and go, you know what, I am no longer shy. I am supremely confident. I step out the door, meet somebody, and But what I am saying is, with the right tools, with the right guide, with the right coach, for example, following the right process, you can absolutely eliminate all of that shyness. You can really, really build up your confidence. And we spoke in a previous episode about the hidden secrets of confidence. In fact, I've got a white paper you can get from the confidencealchemist.com website. You can get white paper on Discover the 5 Hidden Secrets of Confidence. We go a lot more into what makes up confidence, the 3 different types of confidence, and how you can start to build those up. And we looked at that in a previous episode as well. But the important thing to note is you can become confident. You can conquer your shyness. I know this because, well, I've done it. It's absolutely done it. I mean, from being too shy to be able to speak to strangers, I've gone to perform on stages, say in various productions, including singing and dancing. As a speaker, I also speak on stage for teaching people this stuff, teaching people hypnosis, teaching people NLP, sharing with people how they can become confident. I've spoken like 800 people in Vietnam. That was an interesting one. On stage, speaking to 800 people, none of whom speak a word of English. I speak not a word of Vietnamese, yet we did it beautifully through the use of simultaneous translators, which I have to say is an interesting experience. But hey, it worked really well. I've spoken on the Grand Hall at Cooper's Union, which in New York City, to several hundred people there. That's it's a venue that most of the presidents of the US have spoken at some point. It's a really beautiful building. But spoken on stages around the world, from being painfully shy to being able to perform or speak on these stages. That's how I know you can conquer your shyness. You can become confident. Absolutely. I mean, heck, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's what I help people do, because I've followed that journey. So you can absolutely become confident. People sometimes say, so how do you become confident? Basically, the way we do it is your shyness, your lack of confidence, anxiety. These are all emotions. They're emotional responses. And what we do is we basically, these are emotional responses that you've learned at particular times in early in life. You've learned how to react in those ways, and then learned subsequently that's reinforced it. So what we do is use a very, very safe and actually quite fun process that takes you right the way back to the very first event that taught you to be shy, for example. And we kind of look at it from a different perspective. Because, see, here's the thing, nothing that happens has meaning. Nothing that happens has an inherent specific meaning. Things only have the meaning that we give to them. Something happens, we decide it means X. It doesn't actually mean X, it just means we've decided it means X. And if, with hindsight or reviewing it, we take another look at it and go, it doesn't mean X at all. Actually, with hindsight and with the additional information I've got and additional experience I've got, I actually think, I can see that actually means Y, not X. It has a whole different meaning. And that's kind of what we do using NLP. NLP, it's neuro-linguistic programming. Think of NLP as speaking directly to your unconscious in your unconscious's own native language. That's what NLP is doing effectively. I mean, why would you want to do that? Well, imagine that you are having your house redecorated, and you bring in some painters, brilliant decorators. And the trouble is, you only speak English. The decorators only speak French. How easy do you think it's going to be to explain to the decorators exactly what it is you want? It's not going to be that easy. You can communicate, and you'll come up with ways of doing it, and perhaps with lots of pointing and diagrams and showing them bits and all this. But it will take time, and you won't necessarily get the results that you want. On the other hand, if you can speak French to them, bam, you get what you want, because you've been able to express fluently exactly what you want. They fully understand, and they get it done exactly as you wanted it. That's what NLP lets us do. It lets us talk directly to the unconscious using the language in which the unconscious operates. It's not French, just in case you were wondering. So where were we? Yes. So using NLP, we help the unconscious to re-examine the event that taught you to be shy, if you like. Re-examine that event in the light of all our other experience since then, and have a look at it and discover, okay, it doesn't actually mean that I need to be shy. What else could it mean? What other lessons could I get out of there? What other things could that teach me instead of being shy? What positive things could that teach me? And we then kind of integrate all those other lessons deep at the unconscious level, so that your unconscious actually changes what it associates with that sort of event. Why is that important? Well, when we go through life, when we're doing things, we're not working out how to do things from first principles.